João Paraskeva, Towards the End of Knowledge Colonization. João Paraskeva is currently Professor of Educational Leadership and Policy Studies at the University of Strathclyde, Glasgow, Scotland. He was born and raised in Mozambique and has mixed heritage, African, Greek and Portuguese. He was raised in a middle-class family with a long history of resistance to oppressive circumstances. He was influenced by growing up under the brutal Portuguese colonial regime in Mozambique and later under the socialist government of Samora Machel. His education in Mozambique was overtly political with Marxist influences everywhere. He experienced the civil war in the country and also the turn towards authoritarianism. He taught in South Africa both before and after the apartheid regime. A deep connection between theory and practice lay at the heart of his educational experiences. The itinerant curriculum theory is one of João Paraskeva's key contributions to critical curriculum theory.
Sneaky Club.
Itinerant curriculum theory, ICT, is a conceptual framework that calls for a curriculum that challenges hegemonic power structures that perpetuate coloniality and inequality. While ICT itself is constantly evolving and drawing from a wide range of influences from around the world that may include both dominant and non-dominant epistemologies, ICT uses tensions between theories and influences as a driver for social justice. ICT, like the image that you see in front of you, has elements of exploration, freedom, and integration. ICT is not confined to Eurocentric knowledge construction framework. The quote by Francois Cossette captures this quite well. No longer must objectivity be synonymous with the subjectivity of the white male. Hegemonic epistemologies dehumanize those espousing, promoting, or holding on to other forms of knowledge. They regard themselves as the center of legitimate knowledge, the arbiter of what counts as knowledge, and the source of civilized knowledge. Hegemonic epistemologies also seek to control language, often through the suppression or marginalization of non-dominant languages. You can see in this image a sign suppressing the use of local languages in favor of English in a school in Tharaka Nithi, Kenya in June 2023. And this is happening almost 60 years after Kenya's political independence from Britain. Some key ideas. Paraskeva called for an ecology of knowledges, meaning that a single epistemic lens cannot address all the issues faced by global society today. He also called for the coloniality of power, knowledge, and being to be challenged. He also called for epistemology to be democratized and not to be rooted in a single worldview, along with a commitment to social justice. The curriculum theorists must see themselves as not being fixed in a particular position, but instead becoming a constant migrant, like you see in this illustration of a young lady traveling through the world. The curriculum theorists must not get stuck in the battle between dominant and counter-dominant groups fighting over whose knowledge should be reproduced. Constant dialectical struggle with multiple epistemologies can lead to new theories and a praxis of social emancipation. It is important not to romanticize indigenous knowledge in the fight against rejecting Eurocentrism. Another idea is that colonialism is a structure, not an event. Western colonial modernity is structural and does not need white bodies to exist. That is, colonial structures can persist even without the physical domination and presence of colonizers, as illustrated there in the cartoon. Western theory is not monolithic, and within it there are found strands that can challenge hegemony, such as the theoretical frameworks of the Frankfurt School. And modernity and oppression are not exclusively European businesses. oppression can be seen in the world today in China's Xinjiang province, in Sudan's Darfur region, in places like Mauritania as it struggles with the legacy of slave trade, and also in India as it also struggles with the legacy of its caste system. Paraskeva describes curriculum as a river. The river metaphor illustrates how critical theorists can originate from different traditions but flow into each other as tributaries with the aim of emancipation. In education, the tributaries do not naturally flow into each other because curriculum is marked by contention and struggle. Educators should realize that education can be a tool for both oppression and emancipation. The top image that you see has an oppressive message where students are being asked to suppress their local languages and speak English instead. The bottom image shows an emancipatory message that is empowering. Educators should be agents of change who make social justice and the dismantling of inequities central to their vocation. Educators should utilize global perspectives, both Western and non-Western, when teaching in today's increasingly interconnected world. They should utilize dialogical processes to enable students to learn and grow from the tensions and conflict between the ideas that they encounter. They should never be static or become fixed within a theoretical paradigm. Paraskeva has drawn on a wide range of influences for his theories. These include anti-colonial scholars, leaders, and revolutionaries like Cabral, Nkrumah, Mondlane, post-colonial scholars such as Cuyano, Wathiongo, Mignolo, Andreotti, progressive educational theorists like John Dewey, and other figures who've been influential in critical curriculum theories like Hübner, Counts, Apel, Karl Marx, and Gramsci. Here are references that were used in this presentation, as well as image credits and the soundtrack.